Hello children, how are you? I hope you are fine. Yes, last day we discussed the 5th chapter from the course book, and the title of our chapter is Gulliver's Travels. Okay, and it is adapted from Gulliver's Travels by Jonathan Swift. Today we are going to see the rest of the chapter. Okay, yes, open your textbook at page 162. Yes. Finally, they arrived at the king's palace. The king told Gulliver, "You are indeed a strange man. I will allow you to stay in Lilliput, but you have to promise that you will help us and never harm us." Gulliver promised the king that he would not harm any Lilliputian. Yes. Finally, they arrived at the king's palace. The Lilliputians were both afraid and excited to see him, and they lifted him on a huge cart and carried him to their king. And finally, they arrived at the king's palace. The king told Gulliver, "You are indeed a strange man. I will allow you to stay in Lilliput." Here, the word strange means unusual or surprising. Okay, unusual or surprising, difficult to understand or explain. Okay, you are indeed a strange one. What's the reason? Yes, because the Lilliputians are small, tiny persons, and this Gulliver is a giant man. In their eyes, the Gulliver is a giant. Okay, but you have to promise that you will help us and never harm us. Then Gulliver promised the king that he would not harm any Lilliputian. The Gulliver promised the king that he would not harm any Lilliputian. Here you can see the meaning of the term harm. Harm means to hurt someone or damage something. Here Gulliver promised the king that he would not harm any Lilliputians. Okay, now let's move on to the second paragraph. Gulliver was freed. The Lilliputians built a house for him. Gulliver stayed with them and helped them. Yes, finally Gulliver was freed. Here you can see the meaning of the term freed. The term freed means released from confinement or slavery. The Gulliver was tied. The Gulliver was tied to the ground, and he was lifted on a huge cart and carried him to their king. And finally, the Gulliver was freed. Yes, the Lilliputians built a house for him. Yes, the Lilliputians built a house for him. Gulliver stayed with them and helped them. Stayed means remain in the same place. He lived there and they helped Lilliputians. Okay, one day the king sent for Gulliver. "We are in trouble. We need your help," cried the messenger. "Our neighboring island, Blefuscu, is at war with us. They are heading towards our island in their warships. You have to do something." One day the king sent for Gulliver. Yes, one day the king sent a messenger for Gulliver to call Gulliver. "We are in trouble. We need your help," the messenger cried. We are in trouble. Yes, the Gulliver promised the king that he would not harm any Lilliputian and he will help in their trouble situation. Okay, and one day the king sent a messenger to call Gulliver, and the messenger cried like, "We are in trouble. We need your help." Then cried the messenger, "Our neighboring island, Blefuscu." What's the name of that island? Yes, Blefuscu. Yes, our neighboring island, Blefuscu, is at war with us. They are heading towards our island in their warships. Here you can see the meaning of the term. Yes, heading towards means to start physically moving towards someone or something. Yes, they started. They announced their war with these Lilliputians. Okay, the messenger cried. What's the meaning of the term messenger? Yes, a person who carries a message. Okay, a person who carries a message. That is the meaning of the term messenger. And the messenger cried, "We are in trouble. We need your help," cried the messenger. "Our neighboring island, Blefuscu, is at war with us. They are heading towards our island in their warships." Yes, look at the left side of the screen. Here you can see the picture of a warship. Warship means a ship equipped with weapons and designed to take part in warfare at sea. It's a ship that is used for war, and it is equipped with weapons. Okay, Gulliver walked into the sea. Yes, he took a long rope, tied all the 100 ships together. Then he dragged them across the water. He did this the whole day. At the end, the army had no strength left to fight. Yes, then the Blefuscu started war with Lilliputians. Then they are heading towards their island in their warships. Then then the messenger said, you have to do something. Then Gulliver walked into the sea. Gulliver walked into the sea. Here you can see the picture. Gulliver walked into the sea and he took a long rope. What's the meaning of the term rope? Yes, this is the meaning. This is the picture of a rope. And he took a long rope and tied all the 100 ships together. Here you can see the picture. He tied all the 100 ships together. Then he dragged them across the water. Dragged means pull along forcefully. Okay, here you can see he dragged all the ships across the water. He did this the whole day. At the end, the army had no strength left to fight. The army were tired, and the king of Blefuscu came begging for peace between the two kingdoms. Gulliver requested the king to make peace with his neighbors. The king always listened to Gulliver's advice. He readily agreed. Gulliver became a hero. He lived in Lilliput for many years and then returned home. Yes, the king of Blefuscu finally. The king of Blefuscu came begging for peace between the two kingdoms. What are their names? Yes, first one Lilliput. Yes, Lilliputians, kingdom of those Lilliputians. Second one Blefuscu. Yes. Okay. Gulliver requested the king to make peace with his neighbors. Then the king always listened to Gulliver's advice. He readily agreed. Yes. Okay. Then Gulliver agreed. Then Gulliver became a hero. Yes. He lived in Lilliput for many years. Gulliver lived there for many years and finally they returned home. He returned home. Yes. This is the story of this dwarf man. Yes. Okay. Do you like this story? Okay. Yes. Now let's discuss the get going session. Okay. First question. Let us find the answers from the story. First question. Who was Gulliver? What happened to his ship? Can you say the answer? Who was Gulliver? Yes, Gulliver was a sailor. Yes, Gulliver was a sailor. His ship was destroyed in a storm. What happened to his ship? Yes, the ship was destroyed in a storm. Okay. Second question. How did Gulliver reach the island? How did Gulliver reach that island? Lilliputians' land. Okay. Answer. After his ship was destroyed, Gulliver swam until he reached the shore. Okay. Next question. Why did Gulliver fall asleep? The answer is Gulliver fell asleep because he was tired and worn out from swimming. Next question. What was strange about the people of the island? What's the speciality of the people in that island? Yes, the people of the island were much smaller in size than Gulliver. Yes, they are dwarfs. They are only about the size of Gulliver's thumb. Okay, they are only about the size of Gulliver's thumb. Okay. Next question. Why did Gulliver stay still when the men attacked him? Answer. Gulliver stayed still when the men attacked him because, yes, what's the reason? Yes, because he was much bigger than them in size. Yes, and he could have easily hurt them. Yes, he did not want to cause them any harm. That's the reason. Next one. What promise did Gulliver make to the king? Yes, Gulliver promised the king that he would not harm any Lilliputian. He also promised to help them in their daily life. Next question. Why did the king send for Gulliver? Answer. The king sent for Gulliver as he needed his help in fighting their neighboring country. What's the name of that country? Yes, Blefuscu. Yes, he had received news that the king of Blefuscu had sent 100 warships to attack the island of Lilliput. That's why the king sent for Gulliver. Next one. How did Gulliver help the king win the war? How did Gulliver help the king win the war? Yes, the answer is Gulliver went to the sea with a long rope, tied all the ships together and pulled them towards Lilliput. He also helped make peace between the two countries. Okay, next session, let us read between the lines. First one, why did Gulliver stare at the people in disbelief? What will be the reason? Yes, Gulliver stared at the people in disbelief as they were no larger than his thumb. They are very tiny people. They were no larger than his thumb. He could not believe that there are such tiny people in the world. Okay, next one. Gulliver could have easily defeated the Lilliputians. Why do you think he became friends with them? The answer is the Lilliputians were good people. When Gulliver assured that he meant no harm to them, they were friendly to him. They let him live freely in their land and also made a house for him. It is due to the friendly nature of the Lilliputians that Gulliver became friends with them. They are very friendly to Gulliver. Okay, final question. How did Gulliver understand that the Lilliputians were afraid of him? Yes, what would be the answer? Okay, the Lilliputians tied Gulliver, and when he tried to free himself, they attacked him with sticks. This made Gulliver realize that the Lilliputians were afraid of him because in their eyes, Gulliver is a giant. Okay, the Lilliputians were small tiny person, they are dwarfs. Okay, yes, this is a homework for you. Read the paragraph twice. Okay. I hope today's class is helpful to you. Wish you a good day. Thank you.